learn grammar. Grammar? I don't like learning grammar. It is too boring. Well, learning grammar can be so boring, right? But are there any ways to learn grammar in a fun way? Well, there are a lot of ways to learn grammar in a fun way. In this video, I'm going to be sharing a few tips and methods that you guys can use to learn grammar in a fun way. The tips and the methods that I'm about to share in this video are not the ones that I created. They are the ones that are recommended by a lot of English teachers. So please make sure to watch this video till the end. Okay guys, let's start today's video. The first one is reading. Reading is very helpful when it comes to improving your grammar and English vocabulary. If you're a person who loves reading books about science or history, you guys can read them in English. Learning grammar is happening. You might not even realize it. You're reading through the article and there are like a lot of grammar rules in the article, and you're reading and you're improving your grammar. Look for the books that you are interested in. Maybe you are a person who loves reading novels about love, can read them in English. Okay guys, this is like a great way to improve your English grammar and also to expand your English vocabulary. When you're reading, you're immersing yourself into English language. So if you're a person who just started learning English, you want to familiarize yourself with the language that you are learning. In this case, reading is also a great tool for you. When you are reading, you're fully concentrating on reading and your focus is on reading. So, you're surrounding yourself with reading, which I think is really helpful for you guys to improve your English grammar, English vocabulary, and your reading skills. If you guys are looking for a tool to expand your vocabulary and grammar at the same time, it is a great tool for you. Reading is a great one, great tip and great tool for you guys. The next one that I'm about to share in this video is the one that a lot of people love doing. This is watching movies. You guys can watch the movies that you like. For example, maybe you are a person who loves watching Disney movies, or maybe you are a person who loves listening to interviews or watching interviews or news. You guys can watch them in English. And also when you are watching them, you will see a lot of people speaking in English. Maybe a person speaking with another person and they're having a conversation. And when you're watching them having a conversation together, you're listening to a real conversation, which I think is good for you to improve your grammar, to expand your English vocabulary, and to improve your listening skills. When you are like watching movies, how could you learn grammar anyways? Where there are like a lot of sentence structures and grammar rules that you might find or come across when you are watching movies or when you're watching a video. You can note them down in your book, and then you can make your own sentences by using the grammar structure that they used in the video that you just watched or that you watched. So watching movies is also a great way to improve your English grammar in a fun way, in an entertaining way. Last one is listen closely. It is also a great way to improve your listening skills and your grammar. You can listen to a lot of podcasts. Maybe you like watching or listening to podcasts about science, or you guys can listen to them in English. And also, if you love listening to podcasts about maybe history or things that are happening around the world, you can listen to them in English and improve your grammar. When you are listening, the native speakers that you are listening to, they are using a lot of grammar structures. Listening to podcasts or listening to the things that you like in English can really help you to improve your English grammar. So if you don't like learning grammar with textbook or with books, you guys can actually like listen to podcasts and watch movies. If you don't like reading books, the first tip that I mentioned before is to read books. If you don't like reading books, you guys can listen to podcasts and then watch movies. These two tips that I just shared, listening to podcasts or like watching movies, they are like great ways for you to improve your English grammar. And while they're speaking, they are using a lot of grammar rules in English, right? So as you're listening, the process of learning grammar is already happening. So if you come across with some grammar rules, you can note them down in your book. With the grammar structures that you learned, you can practice writing. Maybe you learn a grammar structure and you can make your own stories or your own sentences by using the grammar structures that you learned. It is a great way for you to remember it or to be able to recall it when you are speaking to somebody in English. Maybe you are a person who wants to make sure that you are writing in a correct way and you're using the grammar rule in a correct way. So how could you do? You don't have any friends to practice your English with or to correct your mistakes. Where there's a great tool that I want to recommend to you guys to use. It's like an application. It is called HelloNative. And I heard a lot of people talking about HelloNative, and it is an application that you guys can use to get feedback from the native speakers. Maybe you want to get feedback on your pronunciation, on your speaking, on your writing. You guys can use this application to get like feedbacks from a lot of teachers. They are real native speakers, so they can correct you and they can help you to improve your English skills. If you guys are looking for a tool like this one, HelloNative, where people can correct your mistakes, native speakers can correct your mistakes, this HelloNative is a great one for you. You guys can use it right now after you watch my video. Try using it, HelloNative, and it is a great one for you. Reading in English, watching movies, listening to podcasts, making your own sentences by using the grammar rules that you learned, and then using HelloNative to get feedback from native speakers. Okay guys, this is all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this video is helpful for you guys. Okay guys, bye!